Hi there. Today, I want to talk about how to grow an initiative within your school. So, hi everyone. My name is Daphne Walbridge from the First Year Principal, and I help new and aspiring principals thrive as conscious leaders. So, I have a little story to share with you today, and this is the theme of today's coaching. So as a new principal, you're of course you're gung-ho and you want to bring about change and you want initiatives and you want things to roll smoothly. But of course, it's always difficult because we're always afraid of the the naysayers and people who will be not who won't get on board with your initiative. And then then your ego starts to set in and you start to worry about what people will say and think, and it kind of lowers the vibe. So I stumbled upon something interesting this year with my principals, and it was just by fluke. But I think it was something that it's something that can easily be transposed into a school setting, because I have many schools. So I did it on a more systemic level, this approach I'm going to be sharing with you, but this is something that could be downsized and implemented in your school. So here's the discovery. So we have a new initiative in our district, and we're using the approach called Building Thinking Classrooms by Dr. Peter Littletal, and it's a fabulous method. And so you'll see my dog here. I'm just going to let her out. Hold on. Okay, so to get back to my story, we're using this new method. And I had read Dr. Peter's books throughout the summer, and I had received a second copy. And I had witnessed a teacher who was very enthusiastic and open to initiatives. She had a really great energy, and I could tell that her vision was aligned with this method. Her approach was really open and creative. So I approached her and I said, I have an extra copy and I see that the way you teach really aligns with this philosophy. Can I gift you this book? And she was very happy to accept the book. And I was speaking to a student of hers, and the student gradually started sharing with me that her teacher was starting to put in practice the lessons of the book. And I was really happy because I thought, wow, this was a gift. And then you release the gift and you hope that things align. And sure enough, this student was sharing with me that the teacher was in fact putting into practice the concepts of the book. And the student was happy because it was a fun process. So that got me thinking. I approached the principal and I said, listen, I'm hearing that this is going on in the classroom. The students are thriving. It was a gift. It was just spontaneous. Maybe we can pair her up with another teacher of the same level. And since we have training available, why don't we build a cluster of specialists who, this is because they're engaged. They've bought in. They've gotten the hook. They've been hooked. So why don't we create a cluster of specialists within that school, and let's see how it starts to, and pardon the pun, but infect the school, right? Let's see how let's see how this energy starts to permeate within the school. We're going to go plant a seed. We're going to qualify some teachers. We're going to train them. We're going to give them certain resources, and let's see how people start to jump on board. Sure enough, slowly but surely, people are starting to peek in, starting to observe, starting to ask questions, and now people are getting curious. Now, in my previous video a few weeks ago, I talked about building collective efficacy. They're observing. They want buy-in. It's FOMO, fear of missing out. There's like, what's happening in there? What's going on? So it happens spontaneously where people are starting to do something. People are curious. This happened in another one of my schools as well, where we had a specialist in this method. She was so energetic about it that it started to create a little rumble. What's going on in that classroom? Why is her desk this way? Why are the students doing work this way? And so people get curious. So you start, and I started building in each school. I approached the principal and I asked them, who is your lowest hanging fruit? Who is your early adopter? Who will want to jump on board? I will pay for the books. We'll get them the training. Well, I'll have a day, I'll get the supply going with this supply teaching. We'll get them trained, and then we're going to start to see if it starts to spread, little pods in every school. So how can you use this lesson as a principal? Same way, but at the micro level. You know who the lowest hanging fruit is. You know who your early adopters are. Why not go and approach them and explain to them why you're approaching them, offer them the resources they need. If you need help, you can contact your superintendent. You can say, listen, I want to give you this book. I want to give you this training. Why don't we qualify you with a partner? And let's see what happens. It's been a positive experience. It's not forced. It develops organically. And you want that 30%, that first 30% of buy-ins. They're early adopters. They're going to infect your school with positivity, with innovation, and with greater pedagogical practice. So it's a win-win for everyone. So I wanted to share this story with you because it's a success story. And even in a time when we're in a pandemic, or sometimes it's difficult and you feel like, it's all on your shoulders, share this leadership, share this, give away that power and form some specialists within your school. Think of them as pods. And then you can also highlight their efforts during your staff meetings. Right? So it's really important. This is how we offer leadership. We give away leadership to teachers so you can empower them. So that's the lesson for this week. And if you have any questions, I'd love to get your comments in the comment box below, because this is how we can keep the conversation going. That's why there's a comment section below. Leave something there and let me know if you've tried it or if you'd like to try it, if you have more questions. All right. And if you haven't gotten a copy of my book yet, please go to Amazon. It's called The First Year Principal, 52 Practical Lessons to Help New Principals Thrive as Conscious Leaders. All right. See you next time. Bye for now.